Going in like my first name is Holiday. Second to lose, I already gave it all away. To the final break, you see that money got me fade away. Leave you with pennies and all the way. Nigga, I'm out of state. On that in my go chase. Me and my guys finna ride on some other way. The power of the gospel, meaning without a date. It come alive with your face and they gotta wait. Lifeless living dead, no Michael Myers, dead in, dead wrong, liar, yeah. Like looking bad, so I took my vision higher. Focused off of me when he came and popped my eyes clear. Come alive, so asking who am I? My identity infinity, which means I won't stop. Truth got me going wild. If you out there in the crowd and you feel it in your soul, then you get alive, get it? Minor, I'm where they mercy for a couple grand. Look at the surface of Walking Dead, this time and land. That's why some people say they'll never trust the church again. Cause these chicks ride clean and they don't even care. What if I hunt out, I guess this is it later. The only thing we preach is blood of Christ, he won and made us. I ain't got no religion, but I'm rap for it, so I hate her. Come alive now, you ain't gon' have time later. Man, you ever seen a dead man walking? Every place he lay his head is a coffin. Death to the truth, blind to the light. He think he living, he ain't never seen life. Wake up, 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 wake up. Come alive, come alive, come alive, come alive. Wake up. Yeah, nothing safe round here. My faith is touching everything. Yeah, I was borrowed a price, so my life ain't my own. If you walk with the Christ, it's more than just Sunday morning. It's how I live on the right. How you talk to your wife, it's how I live when I'm home. When I cut off the light, how I'm spending my dough. That's when my heart is exposed. Am I generous with it or do I never let these boys is young, wild and reckless, scheming on the necklace. Teachers tell them they'll never be nothing but a detriment. While you looking past them, they headed for the casket. I'm trying to show them love. Why you mad about my track list? You whitewashed tombs, yeah, I hear you both searching. If you ain't out here loving them, then what's the point of learning?
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
I got some news for you. Been shit ever heard. The son died and came back alive on the third. And he can resurrect you. All I gotta do is say the word. And you can take my word for what he raised me up that dirt. Man, you ever seen a dead man walking? Every place he lays head is a coffin. Deaf to the truth, blind to the light. He think he living, he ain't never seen life. Wake up, 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 and come alive. Y'all hear me? 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 Wake up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bob Young Field and tonight's semifinal 11B football game. South Dakota High School Activities Association and their lead partner, Sanford Health, their premier partner, First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, their community partner, Farmers Union Insurance, military partner, South Dakota Army National Guard, and proud corporate sponsor, Billion Automotive, welcome you to tonight's game. High school sports are a privilege to play and a privilege to watch, a privilege that depends on good sportsmanship. We have the potential for a great game. Let's make it happen with your positive support. Now we ask that you would please stand as senior parent Amy Van Horsen leads us in a word of prayer.
Will you pray with me? Dear Father, we just thank you for the opportunity to make it this far into the playoffs. We've got two amazing teams who have come to showcase their talents tonight, Lord. We just thank you for the gifts and talents that you've entrusted all of these players with. We ask that you allow them to play to the best of their ability tonight. We ask for wisdom for the coaches and for the officials. We ask that you put a blanket of protection over all of the players tonight and keep them free from injury. Father, if you would just help us all to exhibit good sportsmanship and that we glorify you in our playing on the field and in everything we do and say. Father, I just pray for safety as both teams travel home tonight, Lord. Bless our play tonight. In your mighty name we pray this. Amen.
At this time, we ask that you stand as we honor America with our national anthem. We remind all in attendance that the proper etiquette is to remove your cap or hat, face the flag, and stand with your right hand over your heart. Active duty military personnel or veterans not in uniform may salute the flag. Now the starting lineups for tonight's game. We will first introduce the cheerleaders for Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central Blackhawks. Amber Schlesky, Ashley Fry, Alea Fry, and Abby Fry. Cheer coach Melissa Wernstadt. And now the offensive unit for the Blackhawks. At guard, number 56, Eric Rummel. At another guard, number 54, Jordan Hines. At tackle, number 70, Devin Weber. At another tackle, number 50, Chandler Flowers. At center, number 60, Brendan Labor. Wide receiver, number 2, Trey Weber. At split end, number 31, Trey Omer. Tight end, number 34, Wesley Linky. At fullback, number 28, Logan Walter. At quarterback, number 14, Trent Kingsbury. And at running back, number 7, John Whitty. Blackhawks are coached by Jason Kalusek. Assistant coaches Corey Flatten, Armando Rodriguez, Will Walker, and Kyle Gerlach. And now for the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. First of all, the cheerleaders, Julia Richardson, Amy Haar, Lindsay Groon, Rachel Eggers, Rachel Park, Maddie Burns, Maddie Thurston, Emma Lampers, Hadley Negebauer, Aaron McSherry, Lauren Natwick, Megan Minkalsbik, Calissa Zanderson, and head coach Athena Kellenberger. And the starting defense for the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers, number 6, outside linebacker Jacob Just. At cornerback, number 9, Will Garnis. At linebacker, number 22, Mitchell Goodberry. At outside linebacker, number 24, Talon Horan. Safety, number 34, Tyler Van Horsen. At linebacker, number 40, Carter DeYoung. At cornerback, number 42, Dawson Mulder. At another linebacker, number 52, Ryan Sharda. Defensive lineman, number 55, Joel DeHaye. Another defensive lineman, number 60, Hayden Tucker. And defensive lineman, number 64, Jack Reinish. Sioux Falls Christian is coached by head coach Jake Pettengill, assistants Shelby Henderson, Brett Keepers, Zach Perry, Nolan Austin, Brad Gowdy, Brady Lewin, and Steve Ventall. Our officials for tonight's game.
It took a little time to see those lights. Blood on my hands, sweat in my eyes. Walk me down the tunnel, but know that I know. This is no ordinary life. This is no ordinary life. I know. This is no ordinary life. This is no ordinary life. It took a little time to see those lights. Blood on my hands, sweat in my eyes. Walk me down the tunnel, but know that I know. This is no ordinary life. This is no ordinary life. I know.
I want to welcome everybody here tonight to Bob Young Field. We have the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers versus Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, and the Sanborn Central Blackhawks. We want to welcome them to the field tonight. They are neighbors from the central part of the state. This is a semifinal matchup. Sioux Falls Christian is going to receive the kickoff. To my left, my colleague, Coach Justin Shepard. He's a junior varsity basketball coach here at Sioux Falls Christian. My name is Matt Covey. I'm the elementary principal here. And we're expecting a great game tonight. Justin, let's talk a little bit about both teams' paths so far. How has Sioux Falls Christian ended up at this spot?
Yeah, you bet. Thanks, Matt. Sioux Falls Christian opened up playing Canton, and it was a very good game. They just got by Canton in overtime, 28-22. Then they just played Groton last week, beating them 48-14.
Nelson and Gardas back deep.
The Blackhawks, they opened up with Mount Vernon Plankington in a close game, winning that 13-10, and then they crushed Red Cloud 60-6. So I did find out they did play one common opponent, and that was Winner, and they both beat Winner, and the scores were very close to the same. So it should be a really good match tonight.
Will Garnis returns the kick out to the 30 of Sioux Falls Christian. Those our guests tonight from the Sanborn Central County area. We want to welcome you here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. this team was playing 9-man football last year, and they just made the switch to 11B this year. So very impressive here to be in the semifinals game in their first year playing 11-man football.
Yeah, that's an interesting note. Sioux Falls Christian just snuck into the 11B class on the upper end, and Woonsocket Western Springs snuck in 11B on the lower end. So a little bit discrepancies in enrollment. First play of the game, Parker Nelson off the right side. About a 1-yard gain there.
Yeah, for you Blackhawk fans, I mean, Sioux Falls Christian and the Blackhawks, I mean, I don't know if they've ever played each other in any sport. I mean, it's kind of, I'm sure they're a B in basketball and in volleyball and all kinds of sports. You know, we just don't play them. But Sioux Falls Christian is a running team. They like to run the football, and from what I hear, the Blackhawks like to run the football as well. So,
Blackhawks led by John Whitty, senior running back, number 7. We'll see a lot of him tonight. You'll see a lot of Parker Nelson, running back for Sioux Falls Christian. Hand off him again. They're going to try that right side. He's got a little room. He's going to turn it. He's hard to catch.
Nelson, the ball carrier,
pushed out at the 45 of Woonsocket Wessington Springs.
Yeah, that's what Sioux Falls Christian wants to do. If they can get Parker Nelson to get that corner turned, he got a great block there by number 24. Is that Talon?
That is Talon
Haran.
Let's talk about this line a little bit tonight, Justin. We're definitely not oversized, but they've blocked well. What is the key to that?
Yeah, you know, they've done a great job. They have really tight splits. They all stay tight together, and the coaches do a good job. They really stay low and explode off the ball.
First down. Fake to Nelson. That's Mulder off the left side on the keeper. Loss of about 1.
Yeah, Sioux Falls Christian kind of plays with 2 quarterbacks. They'll play Jacob Just and Dawson Mulder. That time they faked it to Nelson, and Dawson kept it, but very good penetration there by the Blackhawks defense ends up Sioux Falls Christian loses a yard in the play.
Justin, maybe tell our listeners why the switch up at quarterback. What is this strategy for Coach Pettengill on that?
You know, to be honest, I think they, you know, it's one of those things where they like both do things well differently, and instead of just not only playing one,
double reverse. That's Van Horsen, and Woonsocket, Wessington Springs sniffed that one out.
Looks like that's Trent Kingsbury. I believe he's their quarterback. It kind of looked like something was going to happen positive there for the Chargers, but number 14, Kingsbury, just kind of blasted through there and made a tackle.
Third and 13, Sioux Falls Christian. They are at their own 45. Just in the shotgun. Off the left side, Nelson, nothing.
Something that we should talk about, we haven't talked about, but there is a very hard wind. Looks like it's kind of coming east, southeast across the field. So the Blackhawks won the toss, and they elected to defer, so Sioux Falls Christian had to take the ball. So now it seems like the wind's kind of coming south, so it's definitely the Blackhawks will have the advantage with the ball in the first quarter going that way.
So special teams play is going to be affected by the wind tonight. We're going to see a lot of running tonight, but let's keep an eye on it. Special teams. That's going to take a great Charger bounce down to about the 7 of Woonsocket, Wessington Springs. They're going to start not the best field position. We're going to see how well the Charger D does here. Justin, the Chargers defense are led by whom?
Oh, I guess I'd say, I mean, they have very good linebackers, Mitchell Goodberry, Sharda, and I think Tyler Van Horsen's been playing some linebackers. But, I mean, overall, up front, the safeties, they all do a good job. But I'm really curious to watch this number 7, Whitty, for the Blackhawks run here. We'll just see what happens.
Whitty is the feature back. We'll be seeing a lot of him tonight. The quarterback keeper. Got about 4.
Kingsbury on the quarterback keeper.
That's Landon Wolter. He is just a sophomore.
Brought down by Goodberry.
It looks like I was watching them in their warm-ups, and they were running a lot of option, Matt, so it looks like that might be a big part of their game. It kind of looked like he maybe could have pitched it there, but he decided to be safe, and he got about 5 yards on the play. Sets him up 2nd and 5 from the 18-yard line.
2nd and 5. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs.
Sanborn Central.
Sanborn Central. And there's that option. We got a flag.
Whitty is the ball carrier for the Blackhawks.
We're not sure what that was, Justin.
Wow,
Did you see anything?
You could see the replay on that. No, Mitchell Goodberry. Mitchell Goodberry put a hit on that quarterback. Ouch, but he was able just to get rid of it. But still, a small gain on the play. Looks like there's a penalty.
Mitchell Goodberry, 6'5", 215 junior linebacker. He's one of those linebackers Coach Shepard was talking about. For his size, moves real well. Great size, just a good athlete. And he can get out there. What was the call on that, Justin?
Bring up a second 10.
You know, I think I missed it.
We just swung and missed on that one.
It was only a 5-yard penalty, so I'm guessing it must have been, I don't know, a false start maybe? I don't know. It wasn't a holding. It had to have been a false start maybe or something.
False start, we'll say. A legal procedure we're hearing from the background, from the cheap seats. So 2nd and 10, Sanborn Central. Blackhawks on their own 10. Shotgun. And there's Whitty. We've been talking about him. He went for about 3 yards. That was not Whitty.
Well, here we go, Matt. Pretty big play already here in the game. 3rd down and about 7 for the Blackhawks, and I'm sure they don't want to give the ball right back to the Chargers, so let's see if they pass it here.
Big down early on in the game. Kingsbury in the shotgun again. He's got Whitty offset to his right. Surveys the field. He's going deep. Great pass. Excellent pass.
You can see on the replay here, the Blackhawks give him plenty of time.
Good blocking.
And number 14, Kingsbury, just puts a great pass right on the number to 31. Trey Ulmer, looks like. I tell you what, I've already noticed it's going to be a great matchup tonight between number 55 for the Chargers, Joel DeHaye, and the Blackhawks left tackle number 70, Devin Weber.
Let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Weber provided great protection on that last play. You got Kingsbury under center. 1st and 10. Sanborn Central. That's Whitty. A big hit. DeHaye was in on that, Justin.
Yeah, Joel just had great penetration. He just came crashing down the line and pretty much had Whitty tackled before he got to the line of scrimmage. Just a great hard play by Joel DeHaye.
Do they move him around, Justin, or is he pretty much right in most of the time?
You know, I'm not sure. I think he might move around. I guess I'm not really sure.
Sanborn Central, 2nd and 9. From their own 38. Kingsbury in the shotgun. Whitty's offset left. Wolter in motion. They're going to run that option, and he keeps it. Chargers sniff that out.
Yeah, you know, so far they've tried running the option a few times, and really the Chargers have done a nice job making sure they have that pitch man accounted for. So the quarterback has to keep it, and he turns it back inside for a minimal gain. That's 3rd and long.
Let's talk about that a bit, Justin. For our listeners, what is the key to stopping that option?
Oh, I guess I don't know.
That's why he's the best in the business, folks.
Yeah. Thanks for trying to set me up, though. I appreciate that.
You're a former player. I figured you know that. Kingsbury surveys the field. A good battle between DeHaye. And he's going to put it up. Oh, my. Wow.
Great play.
Great pass.
We're going to watch the replay pop up here, but the quarterback, Kingsbury, does a great job making extra time for himself, and on the run throws it about 30 yards to make a great play for the Blackhawks.
I guess one thing we did not hear about was Wolter's arm, Justin, and we've seen that a couple times tonight already on this drive. Kingsbury, I'm sorry.
I tell you what, I think they've thrown it twice, and he's put about 2 of the best throws I've seen all year. Those are heck of a throw by the...
So between Whitty and Kingsbury, this Sanborn Central offense is a little more dynamic than we might have expected here. 1st and 10. We'll see Wessington Sanborn Central at Sioux Falls Christian's 24. There's Whitty. They were there.
Whitty, the ball carrier for the Blackhawks. Brought down by Goodberry.
Mitchell Goodberry on the tackle.
For Sioux Falls Christian.
We'll call his name tonight a few times, too. He's active. He's one of those linebackers that is active.
He was just flowing over the line there, and that's just a great hit by Goodberry to bring the ball carrier down.
2nd and 7. Sanborn Central. Kingsbury in the gun again. Whitty's offset to his left. Handoff straight. Whitty. Carter DeYoung sniffed that out.
Brought down by number 40, Carter DeYoung for the Chargers.
Yeah, Carter did a nice job there avoiding a block and filling that hole. And he just popped Whitty there for about a game, a couple only.
We got an injury. Is that Whitty? No, that's not him. That is Jordan Hines. A 6-foot offensive lineman, 207 pounds, is senior for Sanborn Central. So not a lot of success on the ground so far for Sanborn Central, Justin, but they've 2 big plays from Kingsbury, 2 excellent passes. Maybe a little bit of a surprise for the Chargers that they're throwing the ball that well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think Charger fans or even Blackhawks fans know much about each team. I'm sure the coaches did a lot of scouting here this week and watched a lot of film, but we just have never played each other before. But I know I was told that they're kind of a running team and they have some good running backs, but boy, watching Kingsbury throw the ball, holy smokes, that kid's got a great arm on him. So
3rd and 5. The ball is on the Sioux Falls Christian 19, Sanborn Central. Putting together a pretty good opening drive here.
I tell you what, this is about exactly what the Blackhawks wanted. They forced Sioux Falls Christian to punt. Now they have the win, and they're using it to their advantage. They're right down already inside the Chargers' red zone here.
Let's remember, this drive started at their own 7-yard line. Kingsbury in the gun. Surveys field. We got a blitz. Little mid-screen there. He gets away from it. Looks like they had that bottled up, Justin. They weren't able to wrap him up.
That's a nifty run. Who was that? Was that 32?
Aiden Wormstadt.
I mean, it looked like they were going to sack the quarterback. Then he dropped him off for a little screen pass, and then it looked like he was going to be dropped for a loss. And sure enough, he got a first down out of it. So great play by the Blackhawks. Sets them up 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
So in the passing game, we have seen Sanborn Central execute well. 1st and 10. Ball on the Sioux Falls Christian 5. Kingsbury under center. They're going to give it to their man, Whitty. Once again, the Sioux Falls Christian linebacker crew.
Sharda was there first, and then kind of Goodberry kind of finished him off. So, like I said, we've already seen DeYoung make a play, Goodberry make several plays, and Sharda making plays. So.
Well, the good news for Charger fans, those 3 names are juniors. So we'll be seeing those guys for another year. They're hoping that their year is going to be extended.
Yeah, it looks like, you got to give the guys up front credit, too, because they're keeping those linebackers clean. It looks like Jack Reinish and Joel DeHai and number 60, Hayden Tucker.
2nd and goal. Kingsbury under center. They're going to Whitty again. A good push. A pretty good push by Sanborn Central line, but they're cut short. Be about 3rd and goal on the 2.
It's like Sioux Falls Christian going with more of a goal line defense here. They're taking out Carter DeYoung and putting in Carter Fawcett, number 67 there. So it looks like, if I was the Blackhawks, I'd say I got 2 downs to get 2 yards, and we're going to see what happens here.
Carter Fawcett, he's a sophomore, 6'2", 255. We'll see him a lot on the O-line tonight.
Yeah, he's playing nose guard. Looks like he's right over the center here. Look at Kingsbury really check things out there. Yep,
Whitty again, and we figured we were going to see that. And they were able to have success finally. Got a good push. Really the first big run they've had all night, and they definitely had a good hole there. So good blocking up front from Sanborn Central.
Yeah, that was great. Great execution, great drive. I mean, like you said, they started on their 7-yard line, Matt, and I believe they took about 6 or 7 minutes. I mean, there's only 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in this first quarter. Looks like they're going to try for an extra point.
Very impressive drive by Sanborn Central. Woody is their kicker. Kick is up. Kick is good. 7-0. 2:25 left in the first quarter. Sioux Falls Christian's going to get it back here.
Oh, we're going to see this touchdown here go off to the left side. The handoff, great kick-out block by number 28. Kind of springs his running back right up the middle for the touchdown. Number 28, who is that, man?
Logan Wolter. Devin Weber as well throwing a good block on that. But we're going to pause for a station break. We'll be back in a moment.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in South Dakota is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, it just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're back. Sanborn Central just went on an impressive drive, over 90 yards. Kingsbury's featured on that drive. Pretty dynamic athlete we're seeing early on, Justin.
Yeah, he made 2 incredible throws to get that drive going. So the Blackhawks will kick off. Number 1's doing the kicking, Noah Dixon, it looks like.
Taken by Garnis. And he is bottled up at the 30, 31 for good measure. Forward progress got him an extra yard there. Chargers take over on their own 31-yard line.
Well, what Sioux Falls Christian wants to do here, they want to keep the ball and try to have the ball in the second quarter so they can have the win that. So a really big 2 minutes and 19 seconds here if they can try to get a first down or 2 so they can just maintain the possession here so they can have the win in the second quarter.
Sanborn Central, pretty stout up front. Sam Just, shotgun. Parker Nelson off the left side. He is met. Nothing doing there for him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they had number 55, Joel the High, pulling guard there, and he came around, and there was like 3 guys for him to block. So
good pursuit.
Not a whole lot of room there for Parker Nelson to run.
And we have seen that, with the exception of the one running play where Nelson went around the right side for about 12. There hasn't been much there so far. Parker was able to get 1 yard there. Mulder in the shotgun. Nelson again up the gut. Got a little hole.
Cut back.
Pretty good run. For about 4 or 5.
Brought down by Trey Ulmer.
Really good tackle by number 31 there, Trey Ulmer. I mean, you can see the replay here. Parker Nelson, he has busted a lot of long runs this year. And you see there, he tries to shake loose to number 31, but number 31 does a great job bringing Parker Nelson to the ground.
And we've seen it tonight. It is obvious that Sanborn Central tackles well. They're strong up front and through the middle. Mulder keeps it himself. First down.
Dawson Mulder on the quarterback.
Keeper.
That was a great play by Sioux Falls Christian. They were really went for that fake, and you can kind of see all the white jerseys go to the other side.
Flowing left, good blocking. Good block by. Great block by Talon. We've mentioned his name a couple times tonight. Good kick-out block by him.
That's a really big first down, though, because that means they'll have the ball here in the second quarter with the win now.
Mulder in at quarterback in the shotgun. 1st and 10. The Sanborn Central. We got Nelson off the right side, and great pursuit. The Sanborn Central linebackers are active. We have seen Wesley Linky several times get to the ball.
Yeah, I mean, it was the same thing right there. They had number 55, Joel Pullen, and it seems like Woonsocket had about 2 guys kind of already in position. So Woonsocket did a nice job here.
Loss of 3.
The Blackhawks.
2nd and 13 from the Charger 40. Chargers have the ball. Mulder's in at quarterback. in shotgun. Takes the snap, keeps it himself. Same play we saw 2 plays ago, and Sanborn Central is ready for that one. Maybe got 2.
Yeah, a hard run by Dawson, but there's just not a whole lot there. Sioux Falls Christian has not.
Gain of 3.
That's the end of the first quarter, and Sioux Falls Christian has not attempted a pass yet, Matt. Well, we're going to take a quick break here. After the first quarter, the Blackhawks lead the Chargers 7-0.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in South Dakota. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And Sanborn Central jumps. We're going to have an offsides, most likely.
Yeah, the Blackhawks coach is not going to like that. I mean, Sioux Falls Christian, of course, I mean, most teams, but especially Sioux Falls Christian, they don't like 3rd and long. I mean, they're, like I said, they're kind of a running team and stuff, and now it sets them up a much more manageable 3rd and 5 here for the Chargers.
Sioux Falls Christian has to stay on schedule, as they like to say. 3rd and 5. Dawson Mulder at quarterback and shotgun. Parker Nelson, he's going to be short. And they're trying to run Nelson in between the tackles. Not a lot of success up until this point.
Yeah, we're going to have a really big decision here already by Coach Pettengale, Matt. You got 4th and what? Is that 3?
4th and 3.
At 50-yard line. Looks like Chargers are going to go for it.
Jake's going to go for it. Coach Pettengale.
I'll tell you what, those Blackhawks, if I was a coach, I'd be telling them to watch the ball here because Chargers may be trying to give them a jump off sides. Reverse.
Double reverse. He did not get it, I don't think.
Close. It's really close.
He did not get it.
Short.
It looked like he was going to as that play developed.
That'll be short of the first down. Blackhawks will take.
You can see that on the
1st and 10.
replay here. It looks like Tyler Van Horsen has something, but a great hit and a great tackle by, is that number 7 Whitty? I mean, he was so close.
Wow.
When you get a tackle like that, you just push him backwards right away. So great play by the senior running back, Whitty.
And a play like that, Justin, is it possibly too patient? It seemed like if Tyler would have just cut it back up, he would have got the necessary yards. But
yeah, I know. I guess it's hard to say. When it's 4 yards, you need a little more. But, I mean, it was awfully close. But that was just a great play by number 7.
Good defense
Yep.
by Sanborn Central. Kingsbury underneath center. There's Whitty. Tripped up. Talon has been active. About 2 or 3 tackles for him tonight.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job on blocking and tackling too. He's kind of their like their dirty work guy. He kind of does all the blocking in the backfield. He's kind of like their fullback. So he doesn't get a lot of touches, but he definitely helps in the blocking in the backfield.
So I would imagine a bit of an historic night for both teams. I'm thinking this would be Sanborn Central's first time in the semifinals for 11B. Certainly the first time for the Chargers in the semifinals for 11B. Kingsbury under center. Dixon in motion. They're going to call that play dead. What'd you see there, Justin?
It looks like there's some movement on the right side, so probably move the Blackhawks back 5 yards and do it all over again.
Chargers need to stop. Now, there has not been a lot of positive plays for the Chargers so far. They need a little momentum.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we're already here in the second quarter, and right when the game starts, these teams, they never played each other before. They have no idea probably who each other is. So, you know, you kind of feel each other out and kind of see what's going on. But, yeah, I think that the Chargers need something good to happen here. They definitely need to force a punt here for the Blackhawks.
Kingsbury under center, I formation. It's going to go to Whitty up the middle. And that play off guard has not gone for much for Sanborn Central. The Sioux Falls Christian Charger line and linebackers filling there nicely.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of ironic. I mean, both teams have kind of done the same thing. They're trying to run the ball a lot, but they're not getting a whole lot done. The big difference is the two passes made by the Blackhawks quarterback. Looks like they got a Charger down here.
Well, for two teams that don't know each other well, we've been seeing Sioux Falls Christian play all year long. We have some dynamic athletes, and there has not been a lot of teams that have been able to match up with our speed, but we're quickly seeing that Sanborn Central has some athletes on their side of the ball, and they're making plays tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm totally impressed with their athletes on their team. I mean, like I said, I mean, we've seen Parker Nelson run all year out here, and he's one of the fastest kids in the state. But the Blackhawks defense just seemed to be extremely athletic, and they're quite fast themselves. So.
And what a jump from 9-man to 11-man, and to wind up in the state semifinals. That we shouldn't underestimate that.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously no fluke. As you see, Carter DeYoung is getting helped off the field here, so looks like he might have had a ankle or something there. Hopefully it's not too bad. But
that is Carter DeYoung, a junior linebacker. Has been playing quite a bit tonight. He's made some plays, limping off. We're hoping he's okay.
Yeah, here we go. Big down here, 3rd and 12. See if the Charger defense can get off the field here. Looks like the Blackhawks are spreading it out here a little bit first time tonight.
Unruh and Garnis, our Sioux Falls Christians DBs are going to have to be on notice here. They've passed the ball well tonight. They're going to run it. He's keeping his eyes down the field. Another great play.
Pass is completed to Noah Dixon.
Kingsbury mobile and
Young.
just making plays with his feet and his arm.
I mean, I've seen this kid play for a quarter and 3 minutes, and I guess I don't want to act like he's the greatest quarterback ever, but oh my goodness, just his presence alone, Matt. I mean, he walks up to the line, he takes his time, he's never rushed, he's kind of pointing out the defense, what's going on, and he just can't get rattled. We've seen him 2-3 times now get pressure in the quarterback. Most guys just tuck it and go. He keeps his eyes down the field, moves around, and makes huge passes for his team.
A lot of command he's showing so far tonight.
Like they got a little wildcat here or something.
We got Whitty
Whitty's
behind center and shotgun. He's going to keep it. And Sioux Falls Christian's line, they've been stout. Sanborn Central's been getting big chunk plays, but those have been on passes. I do not believe they've had a run for over 5 yards here yet tonight.
Yeah, that was a little different play. They kind of put their quarterback, Kingsbury, out at wide receiver, and there was just a direct snap to Whitty. A pretty positive gain. Gains about 4 yards. Sets them up 2nd and 6 from the Chargers' 33.
8:44. Second quarter. Pretty clean game so far. This half has moved quickly. Kingsbury under center. He's going to keep it. He's throwing again. And they weren't able to hold on to him. He's going to throw it. What did they call there? Was it a late hit?
You can watch the replay here. Just look at the elusiveness of this quarterback, and gets away. He's got his head down, his head up. So he's going to throw it away. I don't know if that's intentional.
Is that intentional grounding? I wouldn't think it's a late hit. It didn't seem like it. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. We're going to watch that again. Was he hit as he was falling out? We're not really able to see what happened there. We weren't able to see exactly what happened there. Certainly interesting, but nonetheless, Sanborn Central, huge break. 1st and 10 at the Charger 18. Kingsbury has been the difference.
Like they got a direct snap to Whitty again.
Fumble. Who's got it? Chargers have it. That's a huge break. All the momentum, 14-0 at this stage in the game would have been a huge momentum shift, and Sanborn puts it on the deck. Chargers recover. That is a big play.
Yeah, I mean, turnovers are so huge, especially when it comes to these type of games late in the year. And the Chargers, it's great to see some jumping around and some excitement. They've been kind of a little bit down.
A little flat.
A little flat. So hopefully that'll kind of boost their offense here a little bit and get them going here. They got a lot of time here in the second quarter. They got the wind on their backs. Hopefully they can move the ball down the field here. And
to be fair, Sanborn Central has not given them much to cheer about. They've dominated this game so far. But a big break there. We'll see if the Chargers can capitalize. Dawson Mulder in shotgun. We're going to go to Nell. He keeps it. Not a lot there. Boy, the linebackers from Sanborn Central have just been filling the gaps. Probably a loss of 3.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen a team this year tackle like the Blackhawks are tackling. I mean, if they get their hands on the Chargers' backs, I mean, they're just getting them down to the ground. It's unbelievable.
Just back in at quarterback. And Sanborn Central has some size on that line. They've got a Dylan Weber, a 6'4", 255 senior. He's getting a pretty good push up there. Parker Nelson, another great tackle. Not only do they tackle hard, but just with technique.
I mean, you can just see it as clear as day. I mean, Parker Nelson's coming around, and he's got someone pulling for him. Looks like 55 Joel, but look at that. There's 2 other guys sitting right there. So Joel kicks one guy out, but there's still 2 guys standing there waiting for him. So
at what point does Coach Bettinghill try to get some of those guys out of the box there a little bit?
Yeah, I know. I mean, like you said, Sioux Falls Christian runs to set their pass up, but they're not really getting much yards running here.
And they're going to pass it.
Throw a little screen pass to Parker.
Little screen. Oh, we got a block in the back, most likely. That was not a first down. Anyhow.
61,
a little throwback screen.
Yeah, Emmanuel Harrison, he was trying to, he knew he had to pull up, and he tried to pull up, and it was really close, but the referee got him. Looks like we'll have a block in the back.
They're going to decline it, looks like. Kingsbury signaling. He seemed to know what was going on from the end of that play, and he was in communication with his coaches. They don't want it. So it looks like we're going to go to 4th down here.
I really like that call by Coach Pettingale. I mean, you're not getting nothing running really up the middle, and, getting Parker Nelson the ball in space is always a good decision. But once again, the Blackhawks defense stiffens up and tries to let the punt here.
The Blackhawks' pursuit to the ball has been the story so far.
Back to receive, number 31,
in addition to Kingsbury's throwing. Goodberry's the punter. Line drive, end over end. He got a great roll. Wow. That's huge. And Sanborn Central is going to take over at their own 21. 6:34 here in the second. I'm not sure what the count is on time of possession and total yards, but I would think that.
I almost think Sioux Falls Christian only has one first down.
And that was in the first drive when Parker Nelson came off the right side for a 12-yard run. They have not had much since then.
I don't know if Goodberry did that on purpose, but that was a great kick. I mean, he kicked it like a line drive, so the Blackhawks kid couldn't really catch it, and it bounced and rolled about 20 more yards.
Big play.
That is a big play.
Kingsbury in the gun. They're going to Whitty. And there we saw a little bit of his power and strength. Looks like they had a hand on him at the line, but he ran right through that for about 5 yards. It's going to be out 2nd and 5, 2nd and 3. A little bit better run than I previously thought there. The Clock's been running tonight. I'm not sure what time it is. This will be one of the quicker halves that at least Sioux Falls Christians play this year. Kingsbury in the gun again. Play action. That was high. First incomplete pass of the night for Kingsbury, with the exception to the earlier roughing the passer play. Never looked like he had a good grip on that one.
That was really good defense by the Chargers secondary. They did a little play action, but the linebackers and cornerbacks didn't really bite and made Kingsbury have to make a perfect throw, and he was a little high on that one.
It could be that Kingsbury's thrown that away. There really was not much there. 3rd and 3, another big play. Let's see what Coach Keepers dials up here, the defensive coordinator for Sioux Falls Christian. Kingsbury in the shotgun. He's rolling out. He's been good. It's going to be a little throwback screen.
Pass ball's incomplete.
Incomplete. Another big stop.
Yeah, that was really good pressure by Tyler Van Horsen. He kind of saw what was happening, and he just went for a direct line for the quarterback and kind of made him throw it a little sooner than he would like to. I think Matt kind of threw the ball a little low. But
good pursuit by the Charger line. And let's not forget the punt that set this up. Sioux Falls Christian is going to get the best field position they've had. And, Mitchell's punt wasn't a thing of beauty, but it looks like Sioux Falls Christian is going to get decent field position as long as they're able to return this punt fairly well.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have the wind kind of in his face here a little bit. So
good punt.
Really
Very good punt. Oh, wow. And they return the favor.
Nah, you'd hate to see that if you're the Chargers. They got to catch that ball.
Yeah, that was a booming punt. That was against the wind. How many yards did that go? Special teams playing big here in the second quarter.
I think that was Dawson or Parker Nelson. It's really hard when you're backpedaling, trying to catch one over your head. You always want to be safe than sorry. But now instead of the Chargers having the ball on the 35-40, they're going to be way backed up on their about 16-yard line here, man.
Well, about 10 seconds ago, I said the Chargers are looking forward to great field position. Obviously, that's not the case. An unusual punt for this time of year, going right into the wind, and he just pierced the wind. Justin shotgun. 1st and 10, Chargers 16. We go to Nelson up the middle again, and that's a little better run, a little better push on that Charger line. He got about 5 or 6 yards there.
Yeah, there you go. That was one of the best runs he's had other than his long one. A couple few kickouts there, and he actually got to the secondary of the line there. He's been getting punched right in the line all night, but he kind of actually got to that secondary line there.
Will Garnis had a good chip block there to spring a hole. Mulder back in. 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 on the Charger 23. Mulder in the shotgun. Nelson again. And he got his first down. Another good run, about a 4-yard gain. They're getting a little action off that right side.
I don't know if they saw something, but you see in the replay about almost like the same looking play. They're going off that right side. And once again, Parker picks up about 6 yards on the play. Gives the Chargers a first down.
And Joel DeHide's been pulling. They haven't had a lot of success on that tonight, but these last 2 plays, Joel's been able to find somebody. Mulder in the shotgun again. Parker off to his left. They're going to run up the middle again, and from the beginning, Sanborn Central had that sniffed out, probably lost a 1.
For the Blackhawks, gain of 1, 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Parker tried to kind of cut that back, but there really wasn't much there to cut back. But the Chargers, they have the ball 2nd and 9 from their own 29. There's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left, so they still got plenty of time to drive it down here if they can get a few more drives going.
So 4:14, second quarter. Parker Nelson again, another good run.
Nelson,
about 6 yards. We're down to 4 minutes. Our production managers reminding us, so we need to tell you the time.
3rd down and 3 for the
So
Chargers.
3:52. He's the best in the business, folks. He wants us to do a good job.
Big down here, Matt.
Big down.
About 3rd and, call it 4, 3.5.
3rd and 3 is what the scoreboard says. Mulder in. He got it. He's gone. Kept
go.
his
That's what
feet
he can
moving.
do.
That is a big play.
Yep.
I don't see any flags.
Parker Nelson
Huge play.
for the touchdown, Sioux Falls Christian.
And up until that point, up until this drive, the Chargers had not had much going, and that looked bottled up from the snap.
Here comes the replay. You see he's in there, nothing. And, yeah, he just kind of busts through, and huge play for the Chargers.
Wow.
They really needed that.
So the Chargers strike.
Looks like they're going to go for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Dawson Mulder in at quarterback. Shotgun. We'll see what Coach Bettengill draws up here. Double reverse. Van Horsey's got to hit that hole. He's going to score. Well structured play. What's the key on that one, Justin?
Oh, they've ran that a couple times. It didn't work out too well, but that's kind of their bread and butter play for their 2-point conversion. They really run that a lot. And
good
great block
blocking.
by 24 there. That's Talon. And
Talon's had a good game.
Pony's able to get in there. So I tell you what, I mean, football's a game of Pony. That's Tyler Van Horsing.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's not his real name.
Yeah, Van Horsing, get it? But boy, I tell you what, all it takes is one really big play, and there you go. Chargers have the lead 8-7.
Wow.
With 3:23 to play.
5 minutes ago, it was looking like Sanborn Central is going to go up 13-0. There's a fumble. A few traded possessions, and Parker Nelson busted one for about 60 yards. And all of a sudden, the Chargers have the lead 8-7. And out come the Chargers.
Kicking
Elijah
for
Bird.
Kicking for the Chargers is number 18, Elijah Bird. 5'10" junior.
For the Chargers.
Looks like back deep for the Blackhawks is 31.
31. It's Trey Ulmer is back there for him. Yeah, it's Trey Ulmer back. Elijah Bird. He's got a strong leg. Short. We got a fumble. He picks it up. Ulmer picks it up. And is on the ground again. And the Chargers have it. Talon Horan. And
you can see on the replay here, the ball comes popped out right there, and the Chargers are able to come up with it. But you know that play just didn't look good from the start. They kind of botched the kick, and then he really wasn't carrying the ball secure, and then he lost it. So a huge play by the Chargers special teams, Matt.
Now, Parker Nelson had a big run, but we have mentioned Talon's name about 5 or 6 times tonight. He's kind of one of those unsung heroes. Interesting story for Talon. He got injured early on last year, and they had to actually petition the state for him to get another year. They didn't know if they were going to get it, and he was able to play again. And he's really had a solid year for the Chargers this year, coming up big in this game. He's made several great tackles, a couple good blocks, and then recovers a fumble, and that's just a huge swing for Sioux Falls Christian.
Yeah, that's great. The Chargers just called timeout, and Coach Pettengill is out there on the field kind of jumping up and down and slapping high fives, so he's trying to get his Chargers pumped up here. They got a huge opportunity. They'll have the ball on the Blackhawks 31 with 3:15 to go to try to punch in another score here, Matt.
We're going to give a shout-out to our man Jackson Glanzer. He's running the camera tonight. Jackson, let's get a little wave. There you go. He does a great job.
Jackson. Give a little shout-out to Kim Van Tall.
We'll give a shout-out to Kim.
She's been begging to be on camera.
Jackie Scott. Angie Voss. They're not supposed to be up here, but here they are. Kim's claiming she can be up here. I don't believe her. Her husband's a coach. Oh, that's right. Jackie's a former employee. We'll let her be up here. Oh, Terry. Oh, yeah. Okay, her husband's running the clock. All right. They're ball legal. Sorry. We got Justin at quarterback. Nelson again. And running off that right side a lot. Got about 3 yards there. About 2nd and 7.
You know, that's what I think the Charger players have to appreciate about Parker Nelson. I mean, he's not the biggest kid, obviously, and he's so fast. But, I mean, he's not afraid to run up there with the big guys and go in between the tackles. And
he'll stick his nose in there.
He's not just a sweep left, sweep right. I mean, he'll like run the ball anywhere.
Mulder back in, shotgun. Nelson offset left. Mulder keeps it. He had a little something there. He got hit hard.
Mulder, the ball carrier.
We're going to replay that.
That was a nice job by Dawson. He's kind of had like a low snap, and he's able to recover it and kind of gain some positive yards. But
he got stuck.
Now we'll say it again, a hard hit by the Blackhawks. You know, the Blackhawks, they just have to calm down here. They've had a few bad things go their way. They kind of have to just take a deep breath and recover. It's only a 1-point game, and just try to get a stop right here in this 3rd down play.
Big down here. Just is back in. Nelson in motion. They're splitting him out way right.
Chargers call timeout.
Coach Pettengill wants a timeout. Didn't see what he wanted to see or saw something he didn't like on the other side of the ball. He's going to call timeout. He's going to get his players together at the 30, and he's going to talk it over with them.
So now, are we still live here? No, this timeout here. The Blackhawks coach, like I said, he's just telling his guys, you got to calm down. We played great football so far. We just had a few things that didn't go our way. I mean, they just got to rise up here and make a stop defensively.
3rd and 4. Chargers on the Sanborn Central 25. Justin at quarterback. Nelson off the right side again. He's not going to get it.
Nelson, the ball carrier up the middle.
Got a couple.
Brought down by Whitty.
Not the best spot for the other ref over there, but it's like
Sanborn Central had that sniffed out early on.
There you go. Well, it looks like the Chargers are going to go for it, and why not? There's 1:40 to go. The Chargers are on the Blackhawks' 23-yard line. Looks like 4th and 3 for the Chargers. Big play.
Big play for Sioux Falls Christian and for Sanborn Central. Just back in, shotgun. He's going to throw it. He's open. Goodberry. Touchdown. Great play call by Coach Pettengill. And Mitchell was wide open. A good pass by Sam. Great execution. Wow.
Yeah, I think we'll have it up here on replay for you, but
perfect pass.
I believe that's the very first pass of the game by the Chargers, and it couldn't have came at a better time. I mean, that's what Sioux Falls Christian does. They pound the football, they pound it, and they do that play action to Goodberry. So that worked perfectly for the Chargers that time.
Great execution by Sioux Falls Christian. They're going to go for 2. Justice staying in. Nelson offset left. Double reverse again. Same play. Fumble. Good pursuit by Sanborn Central there. Looked like he was going to maybe turn the corner, but good pursuit. Great hit. And he comes up short. 1:25 left. 2nd quarter. Sioux Falls Christian's going to kick it back. (14-7). Sioux Falls Christian. Mitchell Goodberry with the touchdown reception off the play action. Just hit him with a beautiful pass. And after dominating about a quarter and a half, the Chargers have come alive here in the mid-2nd quarter, and they've really set the tone. And 1:25 left. With Kingsbury and the way he throws, they could score again. So Sioux Falls Christian's going to have to be ready.
Yeah, we'll see what the Blackhawks do here. There's a minute 25 left. They have all 3 timeouts, but they are going against the wind. So I don't know if they'll start chucking it around or they'll just be content to go to half down 14-7. We'll see what they decide here.
With an athlete like Kingsbury, I'm thinking they're going to try to put a drive together. We'll see. Trey Weber back. Elijah Bird kicking off. Special teams have been a big deal tonight. Sanborn Central fumbled on the last kickoff. They're going to really, and we got a penalty.
Oh, shucks.
Ball goes out at about the
ball went out
line.
about like the 2-yard line.
Sanborn Central is going to get at the 35-yard line, a penalty. Kickoff out of bounds. A good kick by Elijah.
First and 10 for the Blackhawks.
However, in the high school game, that's a penalty, and Sanborn Central is going to have good field position at the Sioux Falls Christian 35-yard line.
Yeah, so that might change their thinking now. They have the ball on their own 35 here, but they have all 3 timeouts left. And the way Kingsbury can throw the ball, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they try to be kind of aggressive here. We'll see what happens. They're spreading out here.
Good speed at receivers for Sanborn Central, too. They've been making plays all night. DeHai, a good hit by Mitchell Goodberry. Nice play.
Pass is complete.
Kind of a mid-screen there.
By Sharda for the Chargers.
Yeah,
and Whitty was able to find a soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, Whitty just came out of the backfield and
good hit.
I hit him high there. So
good clean hitting tonight from both teams. Great tackling so far.
Pass is
drop back isn't as sharp, and it's windy. He's thrown into a stiff wind. And good defense there by Sioux Falls Christian. 3rd and 1 on Sanborn Central's own 44. Kingsbury in the shotgun. They're on a quarterback keeper. Good play call by the coaches from Sanborn Central. Got about 11 yards there.
Yeah, that was nice. When you get a first down in high school, the clock stops while they reset the chains. So there's 54 seconds left. The ball is on the Chargers' 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks.
Clock's running. 1st and 10. Sanborn Central on the Sioux Falls Christian 46. Kingsbury in the shotgun. He's got a little room to run. He's going to throw it. Oh, my. What a pass. What a pass. Once again, when he is moving in the pocket, he has been laser-like. Thrown against his body. Wow.
I mean,
that is a high-level pass.
I mean, he put that through, 2 Sioux Falls Christian defenders just right through their hands.
Through a bullet.
Stuck it right on Whitty's chest. That's unbelievable. I'll tell you what, what also is a big deal here. I've seen, we're going to watch that one more time.
We're going to watch that one more time.
I've seen Joel DeHai get a ton of sacks this year, Matt, and that number 70 for the Blackhawks, is that Weber? He's just doing a great job on number 55 there for the Chargers, DeHai. He's really given their quarterback a chance to make those plays, and he is making them. Wow.
At the high school level, you don't see passes like that a lot, but Kingsbury's made about 4 or 5 tonight. And he's been the story. We came in talking a lot about Seven Whitty. Sioux Falls Christian has done a very good job in bottling him up, but Kingsbury has been the difference and is making a difference, especially on this drive.
Well, here we go. There's 35 seconds left. The Blackhawks have 2 timeouts left, and they can still get a first down because the ball's on about the 11-yard line of the Chargers.
1st and 10, 35 seconds. Charger 12. They're going to run an option. Great play. Sharda.
The Blackhawks will use another timeout here, so that was about a gain of nothing there. So they'll still be in the same situation. 2nd down and 10 from the Chargers 12 here after this timeout.
1st and 10, nice play. by Ryan there. Ryan Sharda, junior linebacker, very steady presence for the Chargers. He's one of the leaders on the defense. Read that option well. Junior captain. And Coach Keepers is coaching him up. What is Sanborn Central looking for here, Justin?
Well, I tell you, I don't know what they're looking for, but if I was them, I'd have Kingsbury throw it. Because it sure seems like every time he does that, something good happens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure it's second down, there's 30 seconds left. I mean, they have one timeout left, so, I mean, I tell you what, I would just put the ball in number 14's hands, that's for sure.
Roll him out. We got 30 seconds. 2nd and 10. Kingsbury in the shotgun. Woody's offset to his right. Here's his snap. Kingsbury's going to keep it. He's good to his right. And they were there that time. DeHai was able to get he was able to get away from his blocker there and float down the line, made a great play. Jack Reinich was there. A good pursuit by the Charger defensive line there.
Yeah, Sharda got him low, and I tell you what, the Chargers defense has been chasing him around the whole first half, and they finally got him. So the Charger defense kind of rising up here a little bit with about a loss of 5 yards. They'll be 3rd and 15 from the Chargers' 16. And, yeah, I don't know if Sanborn Central, if they kick field goals, or I guess they had an extra point they kicked, but
yeah,
we'll see what happens. In third down.
Woody is their kicker, good athlete, I imagine. They have a lot of confidence in him, but we'll see what happens here. As Justin mentioned, 3rd and 14 on the Sioux Falls Christian 16. It was Sanborn Central dominating early. Kingsbury was throwing the ball all over the field. About midway through the second quarter, Sioux Falls Christian recovered a fumble, and that they've been the story here for about a half a quarter. And Sanborn Central is able to get it back with about 1:30 left, and Kingsbury has marched him down the field, and he is about ready to take the snap here in the shotgun. Trips right. He's looking left. He's going back. He's got 26 open in the flat, and either a late hit or a block in the back.
There's a flag on the play.
The flag seemed to be thrown before the Charger tackler shoved him out of bounds. We'll see what the call is here. Looks like it's against them.
You see in the replay here, I don't know if what's the call, the block in the back here?
Yes.
I can't see his number, but.
Big penalty.
Yeah, you could tell their quarterback, Kingsbury, kind of threw his hands up in the air because he knew what a huge penalty that was, because they would have had it 4th from about the 6-7 yard line. Now they're going to be backed up way on the 20-yard line, so a huge play here. But I guess it's still 3rd down. They'll have another crack at it. Here's the play again. And now
3rd down 18 for the Blackhawks.
Third and 18. Kingsbury in the shotgun. Whitty offset right. He's going to throw it again. Almost picked off by Lincoln Unruh. Almost picked off by just number 6. He dropped back as a linebacker there. It doesn't look like Kingsbury saw him either, and he almost had the pick.
Yeah, it did go that's a hard play to make for the Blackhawks, though. I mean, the Chargers know you're going to pass it, and they're all kind of falling back in that zone. It's kind of hard to make a play, but we'll see. Looks like they're going to probably go for it here, Matt, on 4th and about, what is that, 16?
4th and 18.
4th and 18. I guess why not? We'll just chuck it in the end zone. There's 14 seconds left.
They're going to kick it.
They're going to kick it.
So playoff football, Chargers have to be ready for anything here. In a high school game, this is a pretty far kick. Woody is their kicker. It's blocked. Was that Talon Horan? Let's see a replay on that, Ivan.
Wide left and short.
He's blaming it on his mouse.
And earlier in the night, I said he's one of the best production managers we have, but we're questioning that here for a moment. But a big block. Does anybody know who got that block? Crickets. No, nothing.
Let's just say Talon. He's had a good night.
We're going to give it to Talon.
So there's 11 seconds left here. The Chargers have it. 1st and 10 from their own 20. Looks like they're just going to take a knee here and head to halftime, Matt.
Entertaining first half. Mulder takes a knee. Halftime, 14-7, Sioux Falls Christian. We'll see in a little bit.
Okay, here are 5 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a high school sport.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline, sportsmanship, and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages and fewer disciplinary problems.
Number 3.
High school sports help fight teen obesity and substance abuse.
Here's number 4.
High school sports provide wholesome, constructive after-school activity, perfect for today's families.
And number 5.
And high school sports are safer than ever before. Injury surveillance and research, better equipment, and the continuing education programs for coaches provided by state and national athletic associations have made high school sports safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare South Dakota's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Took a little dark to see those lights. Blood on my hands, sweat in my eyes. Walk me down the tunnel, but know that I know this is no ordinary life. This is no ordinary life. I know. This is no ordinary life. This is no ordinary life. It took a little time to see those lights. Blood on my hands, sweat in my eyes. Walk me down the tunnel, I know that I know. This is no ordinary life. This is no ordinary life. I know.
Welcome back. We're starting the second half here at 14-7, Sioux Falls Christian. Kind of a tale of two quarters. Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central started out strong, throwing the ball behind Kingsbury. About mid-second quarter, the Blackhawks fumbled. Huge momentum shift. Sioux Falls Christian goes 3 and out, but they get it back. Come down and score. 7-7. Sioux Falls Christian gets it back again. Play action pass on the Blackhawk 10 to Goodberry to go up 14-7. And Kingsbury took him back, Justin. And it looked like they're going to want to score, but there was a block in the back called, pushed them back to about the 30, and they were not able to get in the end zone. Big stop by the Sioux Falls Christian defense there in the half.
Yeah, I mean, the Blackhawks were setting up great. They had it first and 10 from the Chargers' 12, and they had plenty of timeouts and time left, but the Charger defense really stiffened and made them try a long field goal, and they had a block. But, I mean, it's no first half of those two turnovers by the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks were going in to score, it looked like, and they turned it over, and then a few minutes later off a kickoff, they fumbled on the kick. School football game now.
Yeah, as just mentioned, well played. Not a lot of penalties.
in the pocket and try to, don't let them get outside the pocket. And for like Sioux Falls Christian, they're just going to have to keep running that football. And I hope Parker Nelson can just break another long one.
Yeah, we started to see that right side of the offensive line of the Chargers soften up a little bit. And Parker was able to chip away 3 yards here, 5 yards there, and he was able to break one for about 60, and that was the point of the second half. Chargers are kicking off. Elijah Bird.
The second half,
the Blackhawks have Ulmer back.
Weber and Ulmer will be
Let's
back
talk
to
about the win in a
receive
second here,
Elijah
Justin.
So the Chargers are kicking off. So the Blackhawks will be going into the win in the third quarter, and the Chargers will have it. So obviously the Blackhawks will have the win in the fourth quarter if they're trying to, come back. So that's going to be effective. I think the win's almost picked up, Matt.
Yeah, the win is going to have an effect more on the Blackhawks than Sioux Falls Christian. Ulmer with the run.
Ulmer on the return for the
He
Blackhawks.
returns it out to about the 32.
Run down by DeHaye
Decent run back for Ulmer.
and Van Horsten.
And we're going to see
for the
Kingsbury
Chargers.
again. Kingsbury was the story in the first
Ball
half
was placed on the 32
for the
yard line,
Blackhawks.
first and 10.
Passing
For
for
the
over
Blackhawks.
about 150 yards. Very accurate, especially when he is out of the pocket, rolling to his right. He's able to put it on a dime, and that's when he's most dangerous, obviously. So we have Woody in the backfield. Kingsbury under center. So they're going to try to go to Woody. And there we see the power of Woody. We know he's a strong runner, about 5 yards there off right tackle. And the Blackhawks are going to try and run it here to start the second half, and they're able to do that.
Yeah, Woody, he really hit that hole hard, and a nice hard run for the senior from the Blackhawks. About a gain of about 7, sets him up 2nd and 3 from the 39-yard line.
And John Woody is a physical runner. He's 6'2", about 180 pounds. And you can tell he runs hard. They're going to try him again. Great hitting by Sioux Falls Christian linebackers, filled well. And they've been doing that consistently all night. Sharda was there. DeHaye was there. Well played.
Yeah, that was a good job by Jacob Just. He really got outside and made Woody turn it back in, and the linebackers were just flowing really well to the ball there. I want to point out a halftime score of the other semifinal in 11B. Bridgewater Emory Ethan is beating Sioux Valley 14-0 at halftime. So
bit of a surprise.
Yeah, a little bit. I think Sioux Valley beat them quite a bit, like just a few weeks ago in the regular season. So
Kingsbury under center. They run the option. He didn't get it. He didn't get it.
Keeper.
He's about a yard short. They're going to mark him about a yard short, 4th and 1. What's going to happen here? What do you do?
I don't know.
Probably punt it, don't you?
That's a tough call. It's interesting. They ran that option play a few times, and he's never pitched it once. So we'll see here later in the second half if they ever make that pitch, maybe for a big game. But they probably ran the option a handful of times here, and the quarterbacks kept it every time.
You got to think they're going to punt.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were kind of sending the punt team out, and then they kind of sent them back. So looks like they might be going for it here.
Wow,
Matt.
big play. It looks like they're going to go for it. They are. Are they going to try to get Sioux Falls Christian off sides here? Oh, they're going to run it. That's close. Oh, we got a flag. Face mask on the Chargers. Face mask. I think he would have gotten it, but they're going to tack on 15 more. Kingsbury seemed to have a good look at that, and the minute that flag was thrown, face mask.
Oof, that's a tough break for the Chargers. I mean, they would at least measured it, I think, but the Chargers had really good penetration there and stopped Woody for about a 1 yard to a no gain. It would have been really close, but I guess it doesn't really matter now. So first down for the Blackhawks on the Chargers' 42-yard line, 1st and 10.
9:45 left. Just underway. First quarter here at Bob Young Field in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. 14-7. Sioux Falls Christian over Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, and Sanborn Central. About a 10-yard pickup. Kingsbury again.
Yeah, we haven't talked about him very often. Number 2, Trey Weber. He seems like be a really good little athlete for the Blackhawks. And, he's made a few plays, a nice little route there, gains about 9 yards, so not quite a first down. Be 2nd and 1 for the Blackhawks and the Chargers' 33-yard line. Tell you what, you can run anything here. They might throw it, a trick play, or when you got 2nd and about a foot, you can run about anything.
I think we're going to see Whitty. We could see a play action here. They're going to give to Whitty. First down. Whitty's starting to come alive a little bit. He is
down by Sharda.
Eventually going to break one. The Chargers are going to have to be ready. Like we said earlier, he's a physical runner. He's been finding a little bit more space here on this first drive. It looks like the coaches from Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central are a little more committed to the run to start the half here, Justin. Looks like they want to establish the running game.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're going into the wind here a little bit, so they're doing exactly what they wanted to do. They're really pounding at the Chargers here for the most part.
Kingsbury under center. Oh, they had him. He pops out. We're seeing his speed a little bit.
Winning the ball carrier. Out of bounds at the 5-yard line
of the Chargers. They had him bottled up. And we've said this before. Whitty is a strong runner. He ran right through that arm tackle for about a 35-yard run.
Yeah, boy, he's strong. I mean, even at the end of the run there, a couple of Chargers tried to hit him out of bounds, and they just about bounced off him, and he kind of kept running. But he's a strong kid. So big run here, big play. The Blackhawks will be 1st and goal from the Chargers' 5-yard line.
Kingsbury under center. Whitty again.
Whitty the ball carrier again.
And the Chargers had that one
brought down at the
scoped
4-yard
out.
line. Jack Reinish.
Yeah, there's a nice stiff in by the Chargers. Goodberry kind of came blitzing through there. Number 6, Jacob Justin on the play, but they're really feeding their horse right now. They're really giving the Whitty the ball. So
yeah, opposite of the beginning of the first half when Kingsbury was the featured offensive player. They were committed to get Whitty the ball. He's been a part of this drive in a significant way. 2nd and 4, 8:24 left. They're going to Whitty again.
Whitty
Nothing
again
doing.
on the
2
carry.
straight times the Chargers were able to recognize that Whitty's going to get the ball. They
Brought
tried to
down
run him off
by
the left
Haran
tackle this
for the
time,
Chargers.
and the Charger line was there and stiffened
Into
up a little
high.
bit. We're able to
Down
make that
the
stop.
3-yard line. 3rd down and goal.
yeah, nice job by the front 4 there, the Chargers. Maybe about a gain of 1. Will be 3rd and goal from about the 3-yard line.
3rd and 3, I formation. They've been in I formation most of this drive. Kingsbury under center. They didn't call it. It looked like encroachment there. Goodberry came flying in.
By Goodberry.
He seemed to anticipate that well and just put
Goodberry definitely won that one. So see what they do here. Fourth and goal from the Chargers 2, Matt. I'm guessing they're going to, I don't know what they'll do. Will they kick it or not?
No, they're not going to kick it.
It's like the Chargers coaches are yelling at their kids. They're like they kind of know what's coming or something.
They need to statement here. Yeah. You've got 2 weapons there on offense. Broken up. Big play. Just made a great play on that.
Jacob Just made a great play on that. You'll see in the replay here. They roll out the quarterback Kingsbury, and Jacob Just kind of comes over the top and knocks the ball down. So
huge stop by the Charger defense.
The Charger defense gives us some yards, but they don't allow any points. So the Chargers will have it on their own 2-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Chargers. So really important they get a few first downs here, Matt, to try to flip the field position a little bit.
And Coach Pettingill's has got to think they're able to steal some momentum here if they're able to put together a good drive. Nelson off right.
Nelson, the ball carrier.
I would imagine Coach Pettingill was a little nervous. Parker was tiptoeing a little bit in the end zone. You got to be careful. You got to hit the hole.
The Chargers are in a tough spot here.
By Rommel.
They got the wind kind of blowing in there. Oh, no, they don't have the wind this quarter. You're right. But, yeah, you don't want to really screw something up here. So it's not always bad to punt it away.
Dawson Mulder. They run it off the right tackle this time. Dawson has taken some licks tonight. They've run him on.
Defenders can hit. They
run him on a couple of those.
They really bring it. So
Dawson's tough. Just back in 3rd and 8. What do you do here?
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if they'll throw it. I'm sure they'll just probably try to maybe run that reverse or just something up the middle here. They don't want to risk a turnover like that or something. I'm sure.
I'd be shocked if they threw it here. And they're going to run Nelson off the edge. Good tackle. Had a sliver. Maybe more if he would have cut it back.
Nice job by the Blackhawk defense there. Number 2, whoever's in there. I think that was number 26 maybe. But, I mean, this is what the Blackhawks wanted. They figure we'll go for it. If we don't get it, hopefully we'll hold them and outlook. I mean, they'll probably have the ball in Sioux Falls Christian territory right away here.
So we've got Ulmer back.
This is a really big play here. The snapper, Joel the high.
Low snap. End over end punt. They're going to let it go. Big punt for Mitchell. He was back in his own end zone. Over 50-yard punt there for Mitchell.
If you're Sioux Falls Christian, you can't ask for a better scenario there. I mean, you're backed up behind your goal post, and now the Blackhawks have to start on their own 46. So great job by the punt team for the Chargers.
Mitchell's had 2 punts go over 50 yards tonight. Definitely using the wind there, obviously. He's had some fortuitous bounces, but in a game like this, field position is a big deal. And Sioux Falls Christian was able to get the bounce they wanted. And out comes Kingsbury and Whitty. We saw Whitty a lot last drive. I would think we're going to see him again. Kingsbury in shotgun here. Whitty's offset to the right. There's a snap. He's going to keep it. Goodberry is just attacking the line of scrimmage here in the second half.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think he's blitzing. I think he's just reading and reacting and just making plays in the backfield.
He did on that play.
I think he's had 3 or 4 tackles for losses already, and it's still in the 3rd quarter here.
So a little time to talk about Coach Pettingill's team here. I think to start the year, he thought he'd have a strong team. He had some guys come out that he didn't think they would come out, and here they are. Semifinal game up 14-7. Kingsbury under center. Weber in motion. They're going to give it to him. Horan did a great job there. Fumble!
Weber, the ball carrier.
They have it. Huge play. And we're gonna call out Talon Horan. Let's see that again, Ivan.
Ball is recovered by Tyler Van Horsen for the Chargers.
And we didn't see Talon on that play, but he read that right away and forced him to go outside. And that's eventually what caused the turnover. So quietly, Talon Horan's had a great game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think Will Garnis might have popped that one out. So nice job by Will.
A good tackle by Will. Chargers with good field position.
Nelson, the ball carrier.
Who are they running over there on that side, Justin? They've gone that way a lot. Who is the right guard?
Line.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's where Joel the high pulls, but I'm not sure who's on that right side. I think it might be Sharda. Sharda and Whitty on that right side, maybe.
Second and 7.
Whitty. Second 7 for Sioux Falls.
3:21 left here in the 3rd quarter. Chargers have the wind. I would imagine Coach Pettingill wants to take advantage of that.
You know, that's what Sioux Falls Christian wants to. I mean, they'll take 2nd and 7 all the time. You know, they're just going to try to ground and pound it. And kind of
good
one
run
right
by
there.
Dawson Mulder.
The ball carrier for Sioux Falls Christian.
You know, Dawson, he's really exciting to watch. He's got those really quick, choppy feet.
Yes,
you know,
he does.
And he can just explode at any given second. Like right here in the replay, it's just like, boom, there he goes. Nice tackle by number 56 for the Blackhawks. Eric Rummel.
That'll be a 1st and 10.
It'll be a first down for the Chargers.
Good run by Dawson there.
They'll be 1st and 10 from the Blackhawks' 32-yard line.
So the Chargers quarterbacks, both juniors, so they're gaining some valuable experience here this year. We've seen Mulder with most of the snaps. Just is back in. He's going to go in shotgun. Nelson's offset right. Nelson again over the left-hand side. About 4 yards.
Nelson
They'll take
again,
it.
the ball carrier. Brought down by Wormstadt.
Yeah, you know, in the first half, it seemed like Parker Nelson was only getting a yard or 2 yards on those plays, but now it seems like he's picking up 4, 5 yards a carry.
Second 5.
It's good to see that push up front by the lineman. Now it sets the Chargers up 2nd and 5 here.
Keep an eye on Ryan Shorta. He has been able to get to the linebackers quite a bit. Ever since the middle of the second quarter, he laid a key block there to get 5 yards to help Parker Nelson get 5 yards. Dawson Mulder back in, shotgun. Nelson again on the left side. Not much there.
Nelson, the ball carrier.
I mean,
got 2nd and 4.
All 5 of the linemen for Sioux Falls Christian
Whitney.
to get recognized. They've been doing a great job the second half, especially at center. They have Carter Fawcett and that left tackle, Harrison.
Yeah, Damian Harrison.
No.
Number 60?
61, Emmanuel Harrison.
Emmanuel
Harrison. And then you got Sharda and Zach Whitty and Joel DeHaye. So it's always good to give the linemen some recognition, too.
Mulder again. Nice run. There he goes. Dawson Mulder. Wow. Wow. The Charger O-line doing some work here. Ever since the middle of the second quarter, they've been able to get a huge push. Sioux Falls Christian goes up 27. I would imagine Coach is going to go for 2.
That was a great run by Dawson Mulder. He just kind of
going to kick it.
Was nice and patient and waited for that hole. They just exploded for 6 here.
Great blocking.
Chargers are going to kick an extra point.
Elijah Bird on for the extra point. Mulder's the holder. Here's the snap. It's down. Got it. Big extra point.
Kick is good.
Big drive. Huge turn of events when the Blackhawks were not able to go into the end zone on 4th and 2. And now they find themselves down 2 touchdowns. Evenly played so far. Just that the Chargers have had some breaks go their way. So 3,300 viewers tonight. Our production man, Ivan's telling us that's a record. So everyone out there on the internet, thanks for watching us. We've had a great game so far. 21-17, minute 26 left in the third.
Kicking off for Sioux Falls Christian.
The story has been the Charger offensive line, I would say, so far.
Weber and Ulmer back.
Weber back.
For the Blackhawks.
Elijah Bird's going to kick it off here.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if you're a Blackhawks fan, I mean, you're a little down right now, but there's still a whole quarter to go. There's a minute 26 left here in the third, and you're going to have the win, Matt, in the fourth quarter. And, you know, the Blackhawks, you know, Sioux Falls Christian has never really stopped them. They've just kind of stopped themselves by turnovers and stuff. So, a risky decision there to let that go. But fortunately, it goes in the end zone for the Blackhawks, and they'll start on the 25-yard line.
Well, and I think if you're a Blackhawk fan, you're not giving up hope yet. You have 2 all-state athletes, one at quarterback, one at running back. You could score quickly. The Charger defense has not given up a lot of big plays so far. A couple pass plays over 30 yards, but not a lot in the running game. But Whitty and Kingsbury can do some damage. They're definitely not going to lie down, so the Charger D is going to have to continue to stiffen up. And Coach Pettingill's thinking let's get a stop here and really try and salt it away. Looks like he about fumbled it there. And that allowed Sharda to get in there and disrupt that play.
Yeah, that play just didn't really look right from the get-go. They kind of fumbled the snap a little bit or the handoff, and it was just kind of off kilter a little bit. The Chargers could flow to the ball and make a play for the Blackhawks on no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Blackhawks here.
57 seconds left in the third quarter. The Blackhawks against the wind. I formation. Woody's back. Kingsbury under center. Here's a snap. Run the option. He's going to keep it. Oh, another good hit. Another good hit.
The ball carrier.
Sharda again. We've called his name. He's fired up. Great job filling the gap there by Ryan.
You kind of see a little extra spring in the Charger defense there, Matt. Would you agree? They're kind of flying to the ball and just kind of seem like they're just really pumped up right now. Yeah. So
you can see it out there. The momentum is definitely with Sioux Falls Christian. Just a lot more energy, really flowing to the ball. Big third down here for the Blackhawks. That's the end of the quarter. We'll be back in a minute.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare South Dakota's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Kingsbury, 3rd and 6, big third down for the Blackhawks. He's going deep. Incomplete. Great coverage by Lincoln Unruh. With him step for step. Played the ball. We're going to watch a replay on that.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great throw and a great route, but it was really good coverage, too. And great camera work. Lincoln Unruh was right there, and the ball comes out right there. But heck of a try for the Blackhawks. Looks like they're going to punt it here on 4th and 7 on their own 22-yard line.
A surprise score in 11B. Bridgewater Emory Ethan 28, Sioux Valley 7. So that's a surprise. Woody is back to punt. And Sioux Falls Christian gets a bounce. So good field position for Sioux Falls Christian. Coach Pettengill
Chargers will take over.
Would love to run some clock here. 21-7, 11:43 in the fourth quarter. Sioux Falls Christian has the ball. The story this half has been the Sioux Falls Christian offensive and defensive lines. They've been able to get penetration on the defensive side of the ball. The offensive line is getting off the snap well, and they have really dominated here in this third quarter.
Yeah, well, here we go, Matt. I mean, it's no secret. Sioux Falls Christian's going to try to run the ball, and the Blackhawks are going to have to try to stop him here. So it's going to be, this is kind of like big boy football right here. It's going to be
brought down by Whitty.
You know what's coming. You're going to have to stop it because the Blackhawks are going to have to make them punt here twice the second half to try to get two more scores.
Well, and we've mentioned this before. the Blackhawks have some athletes on their side of the ball. They're definitely not going to pack it in here. So Sioux Falls Christian's going to have to earn it. Obviously, Coach Pettengill wants to run some clock. We're going to see a lot of running, most likely 2nd and 9 from the Sioux Falls Christian 40. Mulder in at quarterback. Parker offset left. Here's the snap. Van Horsen in motion. A little sweep, good catch. Another good tackle. It just took a little too long to develop. Wasn't a great pitch, and we're lucky that wasn't a fumble.
Yeah, I don't think they've ran that play once tonight. So a little bit of a quick pitch out there to the side, but gains about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7 from the Chargers' own 43-yard line with 10:35 to go in the game.
Our production crew really wants us to tell you the time on the clock. So, folks, we're sorry if we haven't been letting you know how much time's left. 2:21 as we speak. I'm sorry, 10:21. Somebody moved. Yeah, 8 minutes disappeared somehow there. Sorry about that. That's 10:13 left. We have a penalty. It's going to be a false start on the Chargers. That's a big penalty. 3rd and 5, which the Chargers can handle. Justin's mentioned this. We're a running team. 3rd and 11. Not a lot in the playbook for the Chargers on this down and distance.
Yeah, that's a tough break for the Chargers. They're kind of sitting at 3rd and 11 here. So that's a lot more tougher on them than 3rd and 6, obviously.
I imagine we're not going to see anything too wild here from the Charger offense. They're packing it in pretty tight. Just is in shotgun. Nelson's offset to the right. Here's the snap. The run to Van Horsen on a sweep. He's got a little room, but
Van Horsen, the ball carrier.
Once again,
brought down
the
by
Blackhawks linebackers just flow to that, and as soon as you think you have some room, their backers are getting to that hole. And
4th and 6.
It's physical hitting. It's been that way all night.
Yeah, great job of the Blackhawk defense. They did what they had to do. They forced the Chargers into 3 and out. Hopefully they'll get the ball here, and there's still a lot of time left for them to get some points on the board here.
So Mitchell Goodberry averaging about 45 yards a punt tonight. He's against the wind this time. Kingsbury and Whitty back, both very capable athletes, as you know. Sioux Falls Christian is going to have to be sharp. Their coverage team has done well. Not a good snap. Mitchell's able to get off a pretty good punt, considering. Another fortuitous bounce for Mitchell.
Yeah, that's a nice job by Goodberry. I mean, a lot of times that happens, a young high school kid will kind of freak out or just run with it, but he kept his composure and took his time and got the punt off. That's the most important thing you wanted to do, is just get that punt off there and make the Blackhawks go a long distance for a score here.
Special teams have played a big part in tonight's game. We've had, on Sioux Falls Christian's side of the ball, great punt coverage. There's been a blocked field goal on Sioux Falls Christian's side. There's been a fumble on the Blackhawks side on a kickoff. So special teams has been a big part of tonight's game so far. Kingsbury in the shotgun. They're going to go to Whitty. Boy.
Whitty, the ball carrier.
Nice job. Was that Jack? Just kind of stayed put there and sent him back inside 64.
Yeah, that's big Jack Reines with the stop. Nice job. You just Sioux Falls Christian here. They just don't want to give up any huge plays. I mean, they'll let them run the ball 3 yards all the time. The clock is their friend right now. So.
Oh, they had him.
Kingsbury,
good tackle. They're giving him a good spot.
Brought down by Goodberry.
I did not think he got there, but it looks like the referee saw it differently. Good
First
run.
Down
Sioux Falls Christian had him. Kingsbury's a good athlete. He ran right out of that arm tackle and is keeping the drive alive. First and 10. 8:04 left in the fourth quarter. Kingsbury in the gun. They're going to send Woody in motion. Sioux Falls Christian's going to want to pay attention to that little pump fake. Pocket collapses. He gets out of it. That's an interception. That's a great play by Dawson Mulder. Wow. Fantastic catch. They were able to flush him out, and Kingsbury forced it a little bit, and interception. Huge play by Dawson Mulder. He's had a great game so far. Let's watch that again.
Be first down and 10 for the Chargers from the 30.
Great catch.
That's a great play by Dawson Mulder. That's a great job.
Excellent play by Dawson. Another one of those unsung heroes tonight. Dawson's played well at quarterback. He's run for a touchdown and makes a huge play playing center field there for the Chargers. Justin, shotgun, 7:48. They're going to keep running off that. He broke a tackle, spun out of it, about 7-yard gain. And that is just what the Chargers need, not what the Blackhawks need, because that clock is going to continue to run.
Yeah, there's Parker Nelson again running it between the tackles, Matt, and getting a huge first down run for the Chargers. About 2nd and 4 for the Chargers.
As we've mentioned, the Charger lines on both sides of the ball have been the difference so far. Just stays in the game. He's in shotgun. Nelson's offset to the left. Here's his snap. Nelson again off that right side, and they were ready. Falls forward for about a yard. It's going to be about 3rd and 3. 6:58. That clock continues to run. That's what Coach Petgill likes to see. We're not going to see anything fluffy here. I imagine we're going to see the same play we just saw. Nelson off tackle.
Jacob Just is doing a good job here. You see, he gets the lineman up, gets him set, and he sits and waits and takes time off the clock until the clock starts running. He's going to wait and keep on bleeding that clock.
Nelson off left. He's going to get it. That is a great run. That is a
40-yard line.
Tremendous job of blocking by the Sioux Falls Christian line. It didn't look like he had anything. He cut it back a little bit. That clock continues to run.
That's a huge third down play by the Chargers. And sets them up first down from their own 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
First and 10. My color man's tiring out here a little bit. I need him back. He's running out of gas. Justin shotgun. Nelson again. He cuts it back. Just skips through that hole for about 3.
Brought down by Walter.
And our production man, Ivan Voss, is
under
his breath, reminding the Chargers not to put the ball on the ground, and that's well said. That would be the last thing Coach Pettengill would want. So I imagine Jake is telling them to protect at all costs. 2nd and 8. Charger 43-yard line. We have 5:17 left in the 4th quarter. Just is in shotgun. We've had good quarterback play from both teams tonight. Nelson off the right side for about 2.
45-yard line.
5 minutes left. At what point?
3rd down and 5.
And Coach Pettengill calls timeout. No, I'm sorry. The Blackhawks call timeout.
Timeout called by the Blackhawks.
My colleague came alive there to correct me. Appreciate that. After being dormant for about half a quarter. He's a farmer, so he's been in the fields, starting to tucker out a little bit. But I'm here for you, folks. .5:01 left. The Blackhawks call a timeout. 21-7, Sioux Falls Christian. We're at Bob Young Field here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Just a little story on why this is Sioux Falls Christian's home field. Back in 2004, there was an agreement made between Sioux Falls Christian and University of Sioux Falls. They have a joint use agreement. The University of Sioux Falls needed some of our property to build the stadium and the track. So they signed a joint use agreement, and this is actually the home field for all of Sioux Falls Christian's games and track meets and soccer games as well. It's a beautiful place to play. 5:01 left. Just Nelson pops back. He's quick. He almost broke it there.
Nelson, the ball carrier.
We have not been able to see Parker's feet a lot tonight, but on that play you did. Show that again, Ivan. He's shifty. You weren't really able to see it there, but he's most dangerous when he gets outside. He's done a good job in between the tackles tonight, but he gets outside. He's a very dangerous runner.
Parker did a good job hanging on to the football there, Matt. The Blackhawks defender kind of grabbed at it. He was able to hold on to it. But the Chargers look like they're going to punt here. And let's see if the Blackhawks can get a quick score here, make a game of this at the end here a little bit.
Mitchell Goodberry has been outstanding in punt tonight. And punt coverage has been great. Let's see what he can do here. Goodberry back. They set up a punt return. Another good punt, end over end. And Whitty is on his knees there to receive it, so obviously he cannot advance it. 4:03 left. The Blackhawks are going to get the ball at their own 22.
First down and 10 for the Blackhawks.
Coach Keepers really encouraging his guys not to give up a big play. Justin mentioned that earlier. What's the key, Justin, to keeping the Blackhawks from really gaining big yardage plays?
Oh, I'd say make sure you get a hit on that number 14 there. It seems like he can scramble around and make big plays, so hopefully they can contain Kingsbury here.
They want to keep containment on Kingsbury, not let him out of the pocket. Like that. That's incomplete.
Oh, he had it for a second there.
We thought he had it. Mitchell Goodberry's just been there. They've run that play a couple times tonight.
Yeah,
Mitchell's been right there. They've completed it once, incomplete twice. And I think Whitty probably heard Mitchell's footsteps there a little bit. Charger fans coming alive a little bit. Coach Perry wants them on their feet. We've got Kingsbury in shotgun. Whitty's offset left. There's the snap. He is good out of the pocket, makes a great pass. We have not called. Great hit. Great hit.
Dixon, brought down by
Guess
Talon
who?
Moran and Ryan Sharda.
Talon Moran put an excellent hit on the Blackhawk receiver. And we didn't see that like we wanted to, but a little anticlimactic there. But trust me, folks, it was a great hit. Kingsbury in the shotgun. He just keeps his eye downfield. He's got DeHaye chasing him. Broken up. The Charger defense is fired up. Tyler Van Orson made a great play, and you're starting to see a lot of energy come out of these Charger players. The sideline's fired up. They can feel it.
Well, this is probably the game, Matt, right here. It's 4th down and 5. There's only 3:10 to go, so this could be it right here.
Big Damian Franklin was up on the chairs trying to get the crowd up. Don't see that every day. Here we go. 4th and 5, 3:10 left. This is boy, that looked like a good play by Lincoln. Man alive. So they're going to call defensive pass interference on Lincoln here. He made a great read and must have had some jersey because that referee was right there.
Pass interference.
So first down. Big break. for the Blackhawks. And they haven't had a lot of them tonight. They have not had a lot of breaks tonight.
43-yard line.
They got one. 1st and 10. Kingsbury in the gun. Whitty offset left. 3:03 left. And the Blackhawks season's still alive. They're going to run a little swing pass. And there you see the versatility of Whitty. I mean, he's a good runner, can catch the ball. The Blackhawks are not going to quit. They've got another opportunity. And the Chargers are going to have to really stiffen up here. And they're going pretty quickly. Kingsbury in the shotgun. He's dangerous. He's there. Oh, wow. Great pass. Was not able to bring it in. That was 26 for the Blackhawks. Wormstadt was not able to hang on. He tripped a little bit. Wasn't able to bring it in.
Bring up a 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1. Obviously 4-down territory for the Blackhawks. 2:33 left. And the Charger defense really trying to prevent the big play. Kingsbury in the shotgun. Whitty offset left. They're putting Whitty in that soft part of the zone. Strong arm, picked off! That's going to be it. Just go down. Just go down. Great job. We got a flag. We got a flag.
By Will Garnes.
What is that going to be?
There is a flag.
Hopefully it was on the interception return, maybe an illegal block. I didn't see any interference on that play. Let's see it again here. Couldn't be interference.
Block in the back called against Sioux Falls
Yep,
Christian.
block in the back, so they're going to keep it. We're going to see a steady dose of Just, Mulder, and Nelson. Everything will be on the ground. And the Chargers are 2 minutes and 22 seconds away from their first trip to Vermilion. The game's not over yet, but they have to like what they say.
1st and 10 from the 15.
Obviously, don't turn it over. They're going to be going after the ball here, I would think, very aggressively.
Yeah, I mean, the Blackhawks still have a chance to get the ball back. They still have 2 timeouts left here. So if they can hold the Chargers, they should get it back with.
They're down 2 scores.
Yeah.
Tackled by Whitty.
It's going to be tough.
That's tough.
The Blackhawks call timeout here.
Timeout called by the Blackhawks.
You know, you got to give a lot of credit to Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central. I mean, they really played a great game. They were moving the ball, but it's just those three turnovers were so costly. And I don't think Sioux Falls Christian has had a turnover, had they, Matt? I don't think so.
They've kept very good care of the ball tonight. And I would say,
I want to thank Al Punt, Terry Scott,
from an athletic standpoint, 2 very evenly matched teams. The Blackhawks was just very solid athletic players, and I think Justin said it best. Turnovers have been the difference.
Yeah, because, I mean, I don't care who you're playing. If they're 2 evenly matched teams, if one team has 3 turnovers and the other team has 0, I mean, the odds are the team with the 0 turnovers are going to win. That's just like it's going to be the case tonight.
Just is in. Nelson, he cuts back left, and we're going to see a lot of that.
The ball carrier.
And clean play tonight.
Timeout called by the Blackhawks.
Clean tackling. Not a lot of penalties. From what I can tell, very good sportsmanship on both sides. Just a really good high school football playoff game here in November. Both sides can be very proud of the way their young men have played tonight. We're 2:12 left. The story tonight, as we mentioned earlier, turnovers, 3 of them by the Blackhawks, none by Sioux Falls Christian, and the line play of the Chargers. First quarter and a half, really nothing as far as a run game for Sioux Falls Christian. Parker Nelson was able to squeeze out of the the scuffle for about a 60-yard touchdown, and from then on, that really gave the Sioux Falls Christian line some life, and they've really been the story. They've been able to move the ball, protect the ball, and that's brought us up to this point. 21-7, 2:12 left. Chargers are on their own, 14, 3rd and 11. Nelson offset right. Just fall.
Nelson, the ball carrier.
And Mitchell Goodberry's going to punt. 2:03
by Walter and Whitty.
left in the game here.
Fourth
No
down,
timeouts
11.
for the Blackhawks, so not a lot of opportunity. Of course, Mitchell is going to take his time here. We're down to 1:40. Ulmer's back. Is he going to take a delay a game? All right. And that clock is running. They're going to go for the block. Another great punt. Wow. Wow. That's a
Ulmer
great
on the fair
punt.
catch
That is against a stiff wind.
at the 47-yard
Mitchell
line.
Goodberry, another one of the heroes tonight. He's played a great game on defense, but I think his bigger impact has been his ability to punt the ball. And he just has not given the Blackhawks good field position with his leg. He's done an excellent job.
Blackhawks will take over. First down and 10.
All right, 1:21 left here in the fourth quarter. 21-7, Sioux Falls Christian over Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, Sanborn Central. Good hit.
Kingsbury on the completion
Lincoln a little shooken up there.
to Wormstadt. Brought down by
Hurt his
Unruh.
ankle. So Lincoln's a little shooken up. Hopefully, Coach Pettengill saw it, called a timeout. Smart play.
Timeout called
I
by
know he
Sioux
doesn't
Falls
want to
Christian.
stop the clock, but he also doesn't want to give up a score. And with Kingsbury's arm, I'm sure he saw Lincoln limping. He saw a mismatch there. I would imagine he would have gone that way. So good job by the bench on the Chargers side to call that timeout to prevent that score. Lincoln's limping off the field. Imagine he's not going to return. We've got a tie game with Brandon Valley and Roosevelt. That game is played at Howard Wood tonight across town. It's 2020. We got an update on the Sioux Valley score. 28-7. Bridgewater Emory Ethan is up. That's a bit of a surprise. Big time. Justin was telling me that was not expected.
Yeah, I don't know what the score was, but Sioux Valley and Bridgewater Emory Ethan played the last game of the year, regular season. Sioux Valley beat them like 28-7 or something like that. So it's funny how that stuff happens once in a while.
Here we go. Great. Looked like a good ball, but
Ball incomplete.
Whitty had vacated the area. Joel DeHigh's been quiet tonight. 70 has done an
Intended for
excellent
Whitty.
job protecting. Joel is used to getting the cord back. I won't say whenever he wants, but he definitely makes an impact on every play. But he's been a difference on that line, too. He pulls a lot as a guard. He's been able to open up some holes for Parker, and we've said that. That's been the difference up until this point. 53 seconds left. Kingsbury in the shotgun. 3rd and 3 on Sioux Falls Christian's 40. Kingsbury, great ball. Just a little bit too
Fastball
tall.
Incomplete. Intended for Ulmer.
A little too tall for Ulmer.
4th down and 3.
We're seeing Kingsbury's arm there on these plays. He's got a strong arm. Up until this point, it's been very accurate. Of course, he's really trying to fit the ball into a tight window here because Sioux Falls Christian's playing a
Here we
deep
go,
zone.
Matt. 4th down here.
Here we go. 4th and
3.
49 seconds. This is it. Trips left, one receiver right. Kingsbury scrambles. He's going to run it. He had it.
Kingsbury's
He had it and
pass
chose not to, and that's
incomplete
it.
To Armour.
Sioux Falls Christian,
take over on downs.
for the first time in their school's history, will be going to the state championship game, 11B, in the Dakota Dome next week, Friday. And that's exciting.
Oh, man, you got to give so much credit to this coaching staff and to the kids and, like, all the kids who have played in the past years, man. I remember when Coach Pettingale first came here, I think, they won one game in Coach Pettingale's first 2 seasons at head coach, and here now they are going to be going for a chance to play for the 11B state title. So much hard work and so many hours in the weight room in the summertime and in the off season, and great job by the whole Charger staff, and not only the kids this year, but the kids who have played in past years too, Matt, who have taken their lumps and worked so hard to get this program built up to where it is today.
And just to speak for the players, talking to the coaches, they've just had a great time with this group, great senior leadership, and I think well-deserved
That'll be the
for
ball
the
game.
Chargers. Great game, great job by the Blackhawks. They were the away team. They had a long drive. They dominated the first 16 minutes of this game, and Sioux Falls Christian did not have an answer. They were able to get some breaks, and they're victorious. But we're going to wish the folks from Woonsocket, Wessington Springs, and Sanborn Central a safe trip back. Those listening out that way, we hope you have a great rest of the fall and a wonderful remaining school year. Thanks for coming out here tonight, and great job by your teams and your fans.